Good day everyone. In this video we are going to learn about percents and proportions. What we are going to learn in this video, we're going to learn how to write a percent as a fraction or decimal number. How to write a fraction or decimal number as a percent. And then we're going to translate and solve percent sentence and solve problems involving percents. Let's try to review some of the lessons that we already discussed about ratio. So ratio is a comparison of two quantities using a quotient or a fraction. Proportion, we have the two ratios set equal. A over B is equal to C over D. And then the cross product will give us AD equals to BC. What is a percent? A percent is a ratio representing some parts out of 100. So for example, for that one is 20%, so that is equal to 20 out of 100. So therefore, you are going to solve for the percentage out of 100. We can write that one as well as 20 over 100, or you can we have simplified the fraction into the simplest form, 1 over 5 or 0.2. So let's go now to percents to decimal. So what you're going to do is drop percent sign and move decimal point 2 places to the left. How about if we have 55%? So you have to drop the percentage sign, and then after that one move 2 decimal places to the left. So from here, so you will drop this one out. So therefore we will have now as 0.55. Okay, next we have 38%. So again, so you drop the percent and then move to decimal places. So that is, we have 0.38. 14.5%. So that will give us 0.145. How about 0.25%? So that is equals to 0.0025. And then 45. 1 over 2 or 45.5, that is equal to, we have 0.455. So that is how you will solve now, or you will convert percent to decimal. Now let's go to percents going to fraction. So to change the decimal, then read it and write it and reduce it. Okay, so we have to change first to decimal, then read it, write it, and reduce it. How to do that? Okay, so we have 55, right? 55%, 0.55. So what you're going to do, this one is over 100. So therefore you will have now as 0.10s, hundreds, we have thousands and 10,000s because we have 4, okay, 4 decimal places here. We have 3 decimal, that is thousands, that is, we have hundreds, we don't have tens here, right, in the example. So therefore, we have 55 over 100, or we can reduce that one into 11 over 20. We have 38 over 100, which is 19 over 50. We have 145 because this one is 3, okay, 3 decimal place, okay, so 3 decimal. So therefore, you will have 1,000, which is 145 over 1,000, or you can have 29 over 200. 25 over 10,000. And then after that one, we can have now 1 over 400. And then the last one is 455 over 1,000. And then reduce it to the simplest form we can get now as 91 over 200. How can we reduce this one? So find a number that you can divide on both sides. So you can divide by 5, you can divide by here, you can divide by 2, here you can divide by 5, so here you can divide by 5 as well, here you can divide by 25, right? Because 10,000 is divisible as well by 25. If you cannot get this one, so you just go by 5s, and then until you can reduce it to the simplest form. Next, how are we gonna do now decimal to percentage? So move the decimal point 2 places to the right and add percent. So therefore, if it is 0, so let's say this one is 0.55, so therefore that is equals to 55%. 0.38, that is 38%. 2.5, so that is 250%. 0.003, that is 3, we have 0.3%. So again, how to do that one? You are going to move the decimal point 2 places, because remember that the percent is 100, right? So that will be 2 zeros, and then after that add the percent we have sign. How about fraction into percent? What we gonna do for that? So we have changed the decimal and then put the percent. So 3 over 4, divide this one. 3 divided by 4, that is equals to 0.75, which is equals to 75%. Okay. 5 over 8, that is equal to 0.625 or 62.5%. Okay, so after you get the fraction, after you get the simplify the fraction into decimal form, move to decimal place, and then after that one add the percent sign. Okay, so we have 3 point, or let's say 3 and 2 over 5. So you can make this one as 3, okay, 3.4, and then move to decimal place. So therefore you will have now 340%. Okay, so you move decimal place to the we have right. So let's try this one. So you can pause the video and then you can try to answer what is 7 over 8 as a percent. So these are we have the choices. So we have 78, 87, 87.5, and 718%. What do you think is the answer? Okay, so therefore the result is letter C, which is 87.5%. Okay, percent in a sentence. So let's try to solve some problems we have involving percent in a sentence. So percent of a whole part is a, or a whole is a part of a whole, right? So a percent of a whole, so meaning 100% is a part of that whole. So therefore, we have the percent multiply and then total, and then equals to the parts of the whole part, right? So we have here, we have 36% of 72 is what number? So what you're going to do, percent times 72 is what number? So therefore you will have now as this one, right? So 0.36 times 72 equal to, we have the value of x because we're looking for what number is that one? 36% of 72. What is 36% of 72? So therefore you have 36 or 0.36 times we have 72. You have to convert 36 into we have decimal form. So we get that one as x equals to 25.92. So therefore 36% of 72 is equals to 25.92. Okay, 42% of what number is 31.92? So now you're looking for what is the original number that you can get 31 point, we have 92. So you multiply a number that will get 31.92. So therefore you will have now as 0.42 times x equal to 31. So therefore we will have now as 0.42x, and then you divide this one by 0.42, right? So therefore you will get as 76. So 42% of 76 is 31.92. So that is how you will solve for, we have the percent in a sentence. So what is, we have what percent of 63 is 56. So how will we do this one? So therefore what you are going to do is, we have x times 63 equals to 56, which is now equals to 56 divided by 63. So we have 0.88, or we can say we have 0.89. Okay, so you can just round it up to 0.89, or you can just round it up to, or you can do that one as 88.9%. Okay, so if you're going to round up, be sure that it is closer. Okay, it is closer to the exact value. So if you round up this one to 90%, that's a big difference already. Therefore, if you're going to round it off, you must round it off to the nearest, okay, nearest value. So here we can have 89 or 88.9%. 2.4% of 130 is what number? You can pause the video so that you can try to solve this one. So let's try. What is the answer? 31.2, 3.12, 1.83, or 0.18? What do you think is the answer? So the answer is 3.12. Okay, so you have to multiply that one. 2.4% of, we have 130, okay, and then equals to x, so that you can get the value of, we have the number. What percent of 48 is, we have 51.84, 93, 98, 108, or 109? The answer is 108%. Okay, so therefore you have to check about this one. So what percent of 48 is 51? So therefore 51.84. Okay, so divide by, we have 48, so that you can get the answer of 108. Okay, next. So now let's try to solve some problems related to, we have percent. On Monday, January 17, 2012, the Morning Sentinel reported it planned to cut 100 full-time jobs in a bid to return the profitability. This is 6% of the newspapers we have workforce. How many employees does the Sentinel have? So it says that on Monday, so the Morning Sentinel reported it planned to cut 100 full-time jobs in a bid to return their profit. Okay, so this is 6% of the newspaper's workforce. So how many is that? So let's get a percent. So let's say what is the answer. So we have the percentage there is 6%, right, of the workforce. So the whole now is X. So you're looking for how many employees that they have, and part of that is 100. So therefore you can have now as 0.6, okay, 0.06, okay, 06 equals to 100, and then after that one, so we have X is equals to 1666, or let's say we have 167. So they have 1667 total of employees. Okay, so they have to cut, we have 100 full-time jobs. That's a lot, right? So therefore, how to get that one? So you have percentage times, we have the regional or the total employees equal to 100. So therefore, Sentinel has 1667 employees. So last one, let's try to practice this one. So Jamal purchases a new software that cost $570. The sale tax is 7%. What is the total cost of the software? Okay, so there is a tax out of, we have $570. So we have now, as the percentage is 7%, the whole part is for 570. So what is the part of that one? So therefore you will have 0.7 times 500, we have 70. The total part is, we have part of that is 39.90. So what did we find? We find the sale tax, which is the total cost equal to the cost plus tax. So therefore the total cost now is equals to $609.90. Okay, so that is how you will get we have the total cost plus the sale tax. You can see when you're going to buy some of the things back in the shopping center, you can see the tax, right? So therefore that is how you will find, that is how they find the tax for the items that you're going to buy. Okay, so that's all for this lesson. If you have questions and clarifications, don't forget to send an email. That's all for this video. Thank you so much and have a nice day.